Touching the Void is the story of one man's miraculous survival. Mountain climbers Joe Simpson and Simon Yates climbed the western face of the previously unclimbed mountain in the Andes.
We climb because it's fun, and mainly it was fun. You know, that's all we ever did, and we were fairly anarchic and fairly irresponsible, and we didn't give a damn about anyone else or anything else, and we just wanted to climb the world, and it was fun. It was just brilliant fun, and every now and then it went wildly wrong, and then it wasn't.
It's not until the trip back down the mountain that disaster strikes. Climbing down the cliff, Simpson falls and breaks his leg, turning his trip into a death sentence.
This pain just came flooding down my thigh, and my knee was very, very, very painful. The impact drove my lower leg straight through my knee joint. As the bone went into my femur, it split the tibial plateau straight off and carried on up. Quite wild with pain. I couldn't cope with it at first.
Ultimately, Simpson is only slowing Yates down and endangering his life. Left with no other option, Yates is forced to cut the rope that Simpson is desperately holding on to.
To me, it just seemed like the right thing to do under the circumstances. Because there was no way that I couldn't maintain my position where I was. Sooner or later, I was going to be pulled from the mountain. I took the rucksack off and managed to unzip the top pocket with one hand and get the penknife out.
Thinking Simpson is dead, Yates continues on to base camp. However, Simpson is not dead and fights to stay alive.
Simon! I made the mistake of having a little bit of hope that they'd still be there. And when I shouted and they weren't there, I sort of knew I was dead then. Joe? Is that you?
I was holding back because I didn't really feel there was a human being out there.
Couldn't completely believe it until I actually saw him. But then it was still a little difficult to believe that because of the eerie night and the state he was in.
Simon!
Absolutely awful state. It was almost like he was a sort of ghost-like figure. It was like I had to sort of pinch myself almost to believe this was true, that this was really happening.
2 years and 6 operations later, Joe climbed again. He continues to climb today. Simon returned to England to face intense criticism from many in the climbing community for cutting the rope on his partner. Joe has always defended him. No one has ever successfully repeated Joe and Simon's climb to the summit.